Hello everybody and welcome to, I want to call it the Mark Out, but it really ain't. Like, I'm just here to talk, But today I'm here to talk about the egos of YouTube wrestling. So, not too long ago, some bastard decided to call me out. Because if you haven't noticed, I am literally the hottest topic of wrestling today, considering the fact that anytime my name gets brought up by someone other than a company of NWF or BCW, everyone's eyes pay attention. Ears perk up, heads turn. You know, like, you ever seen the fucking Exorcist? Spin it! Like that. Anytime I see someone come and try to talk shit to me, usually my initial reaction is this. But this time it was a little bit different. It wasn't Brother Cam. It wasn't Chase Bridges. It wasn't Jamal Payne. It was Casey Chambers. Yeah, that one guy that is the only person who could be in consideration for being more hated than moi. You know, the guy who, when you look at him, you think, he looks like something. What the hell does he look like? I finally figured it out. A Triceratops. Here is a picture of Casey Chambers. Right here is a picture of a Triceratops. Who knows? But besides the point. Before we get into the gory details, let's discuss the irony of him calling me out. He said he retired. But me and Yarder start calling me out to wrestle them after I retired, and then it's some dumbass on a jet ski. But I'll come out of backyard retirement if at EHF Williams BCW comes to VTW, but he can't even afford wrestling gear, so can't afford wrestling gear, son of a bitch. He's actually telling a lie. Let me get my gear real quick. That's not it, no. I mean, this could be, no. This is a pillow. I mean, I could be Val Venus, but no. That ain't it. I think I remember what those were now. I was thinking about it. I was wondering where the hell those came from because it was just lying in my room. I remembered that I had Ecstatic's mom over last night. That's right. There we go. Oh! I rolled up. I just got done trapping. Son of a bitch. Tights. Look at that. Tights. But wait, there's more. Knee pads. Elbow pads. Oh my god, look at that. Look at, I could be like The Rock. Fuck. And last but not least, kick pads. You know, maybe the tights could use a little bit of designing, but, you know, I'm working on that. If you're gonna call me out, at least be knowledgeable of what the hell you're talking about. Let's fully analyze the tweets. So, after he said he'll come out of backyard retirement if I come to VTW, which, first off, you better fucking pay me well, you son of a bitch. I am a big draw. And you can say that I'm not, but I am. I'll come, but I got a list of demands. 1, tighten your ropes. Those ropes need fucking tightened. Holy Jesus. Keep the damn fish out of the match. Who the hell do you pull with? How the hell do you have all these subscribers and yet you come out with a damn fish? Also, let me just say this. How the hell can you have that many subscribers and not have good production value? Think about it. You guys have thousands of subscribers, and yet for some odd-ass reason, you still refuse to get a set commentary team. Look at me. I can't stand you bastards, but I'm trying to help you out. You're welcome. He says, ropes are tight. I don't use fish, buddy. You spell buddy B-U-D-D-Y. I want a spelling bee. I know that. And you don't get paid shit. I've seen one of your matches. You're not worth any amount of money in the ring. And then me having my ego. Yeah, I have an ego. In case you didn't notice, I have an ego. I say, oh, really? Indie scene would think different. Damn, y'all got exposed again! Jason Walker, this is a message to you. You're a fucking genius. It's about time that someone other than me calls these queers out for their BS. And I understand I'm probably gonna get messages from some people. And you know what? Some people from VTW have tried to make amends with me. Cameron Jackson is the only one who tried to make amends with me. Everyone else kind of just indirectly told me to suck a dick. What else? What else can be said about what happened? I called them a low production circus for little fucking kids. That is true. You guys are a low production circus. And then he responds with, I am not affiliated with VTW. I am not affiliated with VTW. I've seen your shut, move, something in parentheses, into position so that it blocks an opening. KC, I don't understand what you meant by shut. I've seen your shut. You can't physically move what is a verb. You need a noun that's being shut in the way to block something. I mean, my shut, what of me is shut? And then you say, you are not good. Oh, okay, here we go. He did correct himself. Shit. Star. Sorry, even my phone didn't want to acknowledge the stuff you call indies. Now, what type of indies are you talking? Are you talking about indie music? Indianapolis, Indiana? I mean, you're pretty stupid, so it's very hard to tell what the hell you're talking about. But I mean, by all means, whatever you want to do. And then I say, oh, how cute. I'm sure it was your phone and not your gross incompetence. I could say I regret this, but I don't regret a damn thing. How cute. I'm sure it was your phone and not your gross incompetence. You should try out this new Kate Spade necklace. And it was a noose. Suicide joke? Yes. Taboo? Yes. Relatable? Also yes. I have been there before. Is it too soon? That's for whoever sees this to decide. If you want to judge me for my jokes, who gives a damn? I really don't care what you think, you son of a bitch. Big words for such a weak boy. You ain't shit, you never were shit, and you are never gonna be shit. Your I'm this and I'm that attitude is only gonna get your ass slapped. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Ask your buddy Jordan Oliver. Jordan Oliver? I have honestly never had a conversation with Jordan Oliver in my life. But for someone who got knocked out in the ring by Yankee, the difference maker, it's really not your place to talk about your attitude, you stupid bitch. I've never spoken to Jordan Oliver before, dumbass, but good try. A lot of talk from someone as short and dumb as you. You come at me trying to act all badass, but it backfired. Now you were in defense mode. Yes, you were in defense mode. You can say you weren't in defense mode, but clearly it's obvious you were in defense mode. Because when you have to say big words for such a weak boy, when you have to say that I had big words, one, you're putting me over for my mic skills. I appreciate that. I know we're breaking the kayfabe here, or breaking the fourth wall. But you're a dumbass for giving me that kind of credit. You indirectly gave me credit for something I did. And that is really dumb of you when you're trying to bury me as to what I know what you're trying to do. You can try to twist it and say, no, I wasn't. But everyone knows what you were trying to do. You just suck at it. You are like best friends with Cameron Jackson. That man is good at burying people, if he needs to. Verbally. I mean, I'm not going to say that he's a Triple H grab the shovel. I've heard rumors that he has, but that I have never said that myself. Other people have. He's got to talk to those people. But when it comes to the mic, that man is got what he likes to say. But you're fucking stupid. If anything, for wrestling school, I've never seen any of your matches because, I don't watch VTW. Because I don't need to watch VTW. Alright, your ropes aren't tightened. I've seen pictures, alright? If you want to ask, I've seen pictures. I tried to sit through Fury, which, God, gross. I mean, VTW Fury. That show was... But then, I called him out for his dumbass tweet. Me and Yarder start calling me out to wrestle them after I retired. And then I said this. And this is true. You can't try to twist this in any way. You made yourself look like a stupid bitch by simply tweeting this out and then coming after me. If you were smart, you'd have just shut your damn mouth. And I say, but wait a second. You called me out. And we're not Yard anymore. Haven't wrestled in a Yard since When Worlds Collide. That is true. We've been wrestling inside of a venue known as Top Notch Physiques Gym. It is in Coloma, Michigan, or Detroit, Michigan, you know, the kayfabe location for BCW. That is where we do this. You are just so lacking of knowledge, for the lack of, say, a better term. You're ignorant. I'll say that. To be nice, I will say you're ignorant. Because, simply, I could call you a Wait. I told him not to say that word. That is very hypocritical of me. But at the same time, if it looks like a duck, acts like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So, retard. And then I end it off with a, you are easy as fuck to make look stupid. Now, when you originally say that, it makes no fucking sense. Maybe my grammar was just dog shit at that moment. But I mean, again, he's too incompetent to realize that the grammar there was really bad. Then he responds to me with, I'm not in the Yard either, Buck Rogers. You won't see me in the ring or in a fight. Don't even try to come at me about indies when you don't even own wrestling gear, you fucking bum. Bum, bum, bum. I got wrestling gear, sweetheart. That's adorable. I got boots, tights, designs are on the way, kick pads, elbow pads, knee pads. 5. If you are going to come at me and talk shit, I recommend doing your homework, because again, it's easier to make you look dumb than it is to sleep with your mom. Last part was funny. I enjoyed the little bit of the cheap comedy. But I mean, you're going to get that when you have this kind of shit going on. But then, again, he digs himself a bigger hole, making himself look even more ignorant. Why would I purposefully watch bad wrestling? Sorry, that's too nice for you. The dog shit wrestling. You do! You don't even know how to take a bump. But I thought you said you have never watched my stuff, so how do you know I don't know how to take a bump or not? And by the way, my trainer has complimented me on my bumps plenty of times. But I mean, I'm not here to defend myself or defend my honor or whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm here to simply call out the dumb shit and the dumbasses with an ego. You know, Jason Walker really opened the eyes of many people because for years I've been saying this and everyone just goes, it's Mark Williams talking again. But everyone still wants to listen because I have a powerful voice. And when I went on to Tony's podcast, it spit big facts. And people listened and they said, okay, maybe they're that way. I shook up VTW so fucking bad they almost closed their doors. And they can deny that, but we know it's true. Jason Walker even called that out. You don't even know how to take a bump, but you want to come at Chase and Cam. Okay, bro, LMFAO. Let's see where you go and where I go. I've never heard of you on the indie scene. I've heard of Cameron's work. I don't know what Chase is up to, you know, because I'm not stalking everyone's fucking life, dude. And besides, I haven't said a fucking word about Cameron Jackson or Chase Bridges on my Twitter in months. Since the whole situation of Tiger Talks Wrestling Mystery Guest podcast that I showed up on and told my story, that's the last time. It was around that time frame. Since then, me and Cameron had a conversation. Me and Chase had a conversation. Chase, at least, was respectful when we had our conversation. We agreed that we don't like each other. That you're fucking so stupid that you think I am out here running my mouth about them. You want to know what my Twitter's been full of? Burying NWF and making sure they go out of business at When Worlds Collide 2. That's all it's been. And then I spit more big facts because this is actually true. If you want to talk to my trainer, DM me on Twitter. They're open. I can send you his information and then he can send you the other information. My trainer was trained by Jimmy Jacobs. Ames, K-Names, famous Ames, that's him. I got TNA scouts up me and Jason Page's ass. That is true. I've got Scott D'Amore's email in my contacts. I do, but I'm not going to reveal Scott D'Amore's email because it would be dumb of me to publicly release a wrestling promoter's email. And I've talked to Chase and Cam. You came at me like a dumbass without thinking. Just what I was talking about a second ago. You are the epitome of ignorance. Do you have special needs? And then he goes, LMAO! Okay, how inflated is your ego? You ain't shit, boy! And so I respond with a little bit of some goofiness and say, oh, here's how inflated my ego is. And then I have a gif of a bouncy house. It's all in good fun. And then I respond again saying, you are free entertainment. Oh, and sorry if it takes a while for me to respond. My Twitter only notifies me about important tweets. Hilarious, bro. You're the best, aren't you, sweet tits? And then I said, me being the best is #big thanks. Did somebody say tits? And then he says, you might literally be retarded. And then I go, whoa, whoa, how dare you say the R word and offend those kinds of people like at H2 Wrestling. It's simple shit talk. So again, I'm building up my pay-per-view match with H2 at When Worlds Collide 2 while making Casey Chambers look even more like a fucking dumbass. And then a fan comes on and he says, who are you? Which just makes me smile because it just shows no one gives a shit about Casey Chambers. Why I'm making this video, it's because I like to talk shit and it's all in good fun. This is all good entertainment and I'm here not to just talk about Casey Chambers. Casey just happens to be the main topic because that motherfucker's ego. And then he tweets at me and says, I may just be a fan. So I don't know the ins and outs, but don't you have to have a career in the first place in order to retire? Or is he just a special case? That just made me smile even more. It's great. And then he goes, that's what you are, a fan. Don't question my motive. I retire from backyard wrestling, dipshit. Stay in your lane. And then he goes, I'm confused. Did you take all this time just to reply with that? Weak. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I don't even know who you are. And I frankly don't give a shit. I start shit on Twitter for the fun of it, but Mark Williams, because he doesn't know how to capitalize fucking Mark. If it's a first name, it needs a capital letter. He's so stupid. Speak negatively and lies upon some of my best friends, and he's afraid to walk it through. Don't talk about it, be about it. I respond simply with, I mean, Casey, they aren't lies. I have already sent you the proof, which I have. This was way back at the situation he was talking to me, and I showed him the texts I have. Now, granted, he never brought up Aaron Jones, who has quite possibly one of the biggest egos in wrestling. The dumb son of a bitch made himself the main event of that other show that's going to be happening. And his rivalry, I heard, was fucking weak as hell. And there's that one guy with the son that I talk crap about. And I guess, oh my god, I was only going to get my ass beat by people. But, you know, do I give a damn? Hell no. Because you're so stupid. You acknowledge me every time I say something and I win at that moment. And I can say this and be safe because I know for a fact that all of you are so stupid as to stop responding to me. Because I know how to get your trick. I know how to push your buttons. It's easy. You haven't sent me any proof. You still talk shit about Chase, which I'm not okay with. Oh my god, I didn't send proof? I didn't send you proof! Son of a bitch! I mean, out of respect for Cameron, who kindly asked me just, hey, don't show that again because those were private messages. I totally understand that. Cam, I respect that. Me and Chase and Cam had conversations, but I'm not going to get into the details of those conversations because I said I will not get into the details about it. I said I will keep it between us. Why? Because that is what respect is. And they came to me to talk to me. They did not go out publicly to talk after the show. They realized this is real. This is not him pissed. This is just simply him telling his story as professionally as possible. And they came to me. So I was professional back. We had a professional conversation. That's all I'll say. But this dipshit motherfucker, the guy who doesn't know a damn thing, I haven't said anything in months. The closest thing I had said was, Jason Walker just spit #big facts. And then I say, I haven't said a word about Chase in months. You were seriously stupid. And then he talks about how I never sent him my gear. Yet, no pictures of my gear. And I said, Give me time. I just hopped off a plane. It wasn't for wrestling for damn sure. And you paid for the flight. My brain cells! Yes! That's how it works! Even if it's a private jet, you have to buy it so you pay for the flight. It's getting to the point where it's just... I don't even know what else to say at this point. The Triceratops strikes again with stupidity. He says, no promotion with a brand would book you unless it was against me. Because I'm the money fight. First off, no one ever gave a rat's ass about you. If they had me versus you, it would not even be co-main event. It would be the opener simply because what is there to build off of? If there was a match between me and Chase Bridges, automatically, no matter what's going on, that has to be the main event. Because there's so much behind it. If it's me versus Cameron Jackson, that has to be the main event. Because there's so much behind it. If it's me versus Dirty to Chico, there's so much behind it, it has to be at least co-main event. Or pretty much main event. Because there's a story there. Me and you, you're just a dumbass who likes to run his fucking mouth and not think. Me, at least when I talk shit, I'm thinking. I'm knowing what I'm going to say is going to have this effect, it's going to do this, and it's going to do that. You just go completely off of broken emotions and you go off on these stupid ramblings. And then we get into the money fight thing. And I say, wow, that is adorable. I'm the money fight. Floyd Mayweather has already said that, so find yourself a new catchphrase. But hey, it was cute while it lasted. And since then, I've just not really said that much anymore. And then he tries to say something like, because, again, I'm always on their fucking minds. For some reason, anytime anything happens, I could not have any... This Jason Walker thing I had no relation to, but the story was so close to mine that they tried to blame me. Me! I did nothing this time. I was sticking to my own stuff. I was sticking to BCW. I was sticking to NWF, putting them out of business. I'm getting ready for Summer Bash and Final Destination and When Worlds Collide 2. And it's my fault Jason Walker thinks the same way as me because great minds think alike. I'm sorry, but just because you're a bunch of scandalous pricks doesn't mean that it's my fault that everyone is realizing that you guys are hacks. Whatever you want to think, go for it. Do whatever. I don't care anymore. Bring it up. I mean, Casey, if you want to keep talking to me on Twitter, I'm more than happy to tweet you back and ruin your life even more because of how just so stupid you are. It's painful. But again, the other egos, you got Aaron Jones, who's the head booker of VTW. Booking himself in the main event. This is WCW-esque at its finest. You have nepotism out of the ass. They don't let these other guys get over. You have to suck their dick. I have been saying that for a long time, and no one's believed me. And finally, when Jason Walker says something, more people open their eyes. I understand why a lot of people wouldn't believe what I had to say simply because I've been saying it for a long time. Cameron Jackson said that himself. He's like, dude, he's been saying that for years. Why are you just now making a big deal out of it? That's what he said. And Cameron handled it almost better than anyone else. I praised Zach Daniels. And he goes off on just a weird rant on Twitter, subtweeting the piss out of me. Ecstatic never really said a word. Well, I mean, fuck. Ecstatic, you know what, he's something else. But I still got his mama's panties. And Tyler Aiken, he never really did anything directly wrong to me. But I mean, who knows? I've never really had any one-on-one bad rap with him. It is what it is. But I mean, those other guys, they have massive fucking egos. I said Zach Daniels is a great guy, and he goes off and rants on me. I get it. He's sticking up for his buddies. Come on. Drew Hood, I've heard things about him. And we've crossed paths a couple times. It was something like that. But I mean, it is what it is. So, in conclusion, YouTube wrestling's egos are wild. Specifically with people like Casey Chambers and Aaron Jones, their egos are fucking massive and they're stupid as hell. Along the way, you could blame Best in the Yard for the reason why their fucking egos are just massive, because they're on the show. But I mean, if you've got guys who have bigger names than all of you combined, such as Big Time Mike and Cage, who are humbly on the show, and they're not running wild about saying, "Hey, I was a Best in the Yard, I was a Best in the Yard," then clearly you've made yourself look like just an egotistical bitch. Me, for years, yeah, like from Best in the Yard 1 on to until 2, I wanted to be on there. Then I watched Best in the Yard 2, and I wasn't entertained. I didn't watch Best in the Yard 3, and I won't watch Best in the Yard 4, simply because I don't need to. There's no reason for me to watch it. I'm just going to do what I gotta do, which is entertain my fans. So, Casey Chambers, you're an idiot. You don't know how to talk trash. You claim that Cameron and Chase are like your best friends. But at the same time, like, you know, if you were really their close friend, honestly, you'd probably be in the FTC. Who knows? Or something with Chase. I don't know. But all I know is that there are people with massive egos out there, and I am one of them. I have an ego, but I will be the first to admit it. If you can admit that you have an ego, it's a little bit better. Because at least people know you're a prick, and you are willing to tell everyone you are a prick, which I can respect. But don't come at me when I haven't done a thing. When I do something, if I was to go off and do another podcast talking more shit, then go ahead and tweet at me. But if you're going to tweet at me, have fucking knowledge first. At least read exactly, at least study. I did this not to bash on your wrestling ability, because that's not my place, alright? That's the crowd's place. You can say that I'm not a good wrestler, but at the same time you're challenging me to a match. Why would you want to wrestle someone that can't wrestle? And then you can try to say, oh, it's a fight. But that's just all in build-up. If you were to fucking stiff me, guess what, motherfucker? I know I'm more athletic than you. I know I have more ability than you. Why? Because here, when we do our shit, we make sure it's right. You are just a bitch. You aren't a damn thing. You have no room to talk whatsoever. And the fact that you try to is just so damn adorable. But I mean, hey, if you want to talk and run your fucking mouth all goddamn day, that's your prerogative. You do what you gotta do. But come at me, understand I'm gonna come back at you, and I'm gonna make sure that I can get what I want. Come at me, and I'm going to show you just exactly how to talk trash. Because I taught you right then and there. If I was to honestly say if there's someone better than me at trash talk, it would have to be Big Time Mike, because Big Time Mike can do it any way possible. He is a genius on the microphone, and I fucking love that guy, and I would love to say hi, all that, but you know, I burned some bridges, and that's okay. He's never directly said he doesn't like me, but I understand that those are his friends. He never came at me or anything. He just distanced himself from me, which is what you could have done. But no, you're stupid. You're predictable. I know how to trigger you because you're so fucking absent of a rational thought. So, that ends my rant here. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope I was able to entertain you along with this video. I decided to put a little bit of editing into it simply because, you know, you can't just blindly do these videos. Oh, shit. Oops. Because you can't just blindly do these videos. But it is what it is. Alright? So, I'm Mark Williams. And I'm going to say right now, all of you sons of bitches, have a great day. Except you, Casey Chambers. Go fuck yourself.